no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Skirt right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Dancing to his left. Letting one fly. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike 54. Hey, we got 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 22, Jet, cover. 22, Jet, let's go.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Play fake. Winston. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Letting one go deep for the end. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run with Taylor. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here's Foles. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Winston. Open man is born. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Hill on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 16. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Benjamin. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Okay, double up.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready? Check right 54. Mike 54. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Quick pass out to Miller. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Henderson, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Ready? Back with behind. Check, 154. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Let him go. 54, right? 5-0. You don't want none. Get it. Pick up the ball. Let him go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Got it! Mike's by 4. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And that is incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returning, it's Benjamin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Let's get that ball right here.
1st and 10.
They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready? White 25. 54. Mike 54. I'm scared.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jameis to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Watch out.
On third down, here's Henderson.
That's all right. That's all right.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play fake. Murray. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun on third down, Murray. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 40-yard line.
Ready? Black 25. Check, 59. I'm coming. Sonny. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch twist.
Again, it's Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Winston. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Come on, fellas.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready? Blue ready. Mike spot 4. Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 1st down, Henderson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Again, it's Henderson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9. Let's go.
To throw is Winston. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They run. It's Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Joe Williams stops short of the sticks on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. First down, Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Man, I got you.
They run once more with Henderson. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Winston's Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It's now 4th down.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The give to Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray being chased out left. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ball. Hey, check 24. What's 24? Check 24.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he coughed it up, and the Redskins scoop it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 Interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I know he ain't got it. Check it back. Switch it.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Winston now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. In football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing, Winston. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They go to the ground again with Taylor. So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Shut! That's the ending! Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, baby. New turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball. Right there.
To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready? Flag. 22 down. Easy. White. 59 mark. 59 mark. Check. 59. Mike.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And the Giants send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Washington, it was a win they needed to turn the season around.